Hey space explorers, I am Luna, your junior astronaut, and today we ray blasting off on a super fun adventure through the cosmos. Whoosh. Imagine your backyard turning into a launch pad, rockets roaring, and the whole sky sparkling like glitter. We zip past planets, bounce on moons, and meet twinkling stars, all in just 12 minutes. Ready to discover the coolest space facts? Buckle your seatbelt, hold on to your imagination, and let's zoom into the first stop, our amazing home, Earth. Stay tuned, because the journey is about to begin. First stop, Earth. Globe showing Europe, Africa. Did you know our planet is a giant water balloon? About 71 of it is covered in oceans. More water than all the swimming pools in the world combined. And those fluffy white clouds, they ray like cotton candy drifting across a blue sky. Earth's protective blanket, the atmosphere, keeps us safe from meteors and gives us fresh air to breathe. Imagine a superhero cape wrapping the planet. That's our atmosphere. And here's a cool fact: if you could stack all the mountains on Earth, they'd still be only a tiny speck compared to the deep ocean trenches. Ready to hop to our next neighbor? Let's bounce over to the moon. Welcome to the moon. Crescent moon, it's Earth's best friend, hanging right next door. Did you know the moon is covered in craters that look like giant bite marks from space rocks? Imagine a giant cookie with chocolate chips. That's the moon's surface, and guess what? One day, astronauts left footprints that will stay for millions of years because there's no wind to erase them. The moon also makes our tides dance. When it pulls on the oceans, the water rises and falls like a giant bathtub. Fun fact: the moon is only about 1/4 the size of Earth, but it looks huge because it's so close. Ready for a red adventure? Let's rocket to Mars. Zooming to the red planet, Mars. Red circle. Mars looks like a giant rusted playground. It has the tallest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, which is 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Imagine stacking 3 Eiffel Towers. Mars also has a canyon, Valles Marineris, that's as long as the United States. And guess what? Mars used to have rivers and maybe even tiny lakes, so it might have been a watery world long ago. The sky there is a dusty orange, and the wind can whip up whirlwinds that look like giant twisters made of sand. Curious if there's life? Scientists are still searching. Next, we'll swing by the biggest planet, Jupiter. Whoa, look at Jupiter, the giant of our solar system. Tornado, it's so big that over 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Imagine a massive beach ball the size of a city. Jupiter isn't solid rock, it's a huge ball of swirling gas, like a cosmic cotton candy. Its most famous feature is the Great Red Spot, a storm that's been raging for at least 350 years. Longer than any hurricane. We know that storm is bigger than Earth itself. Jupiter also has 79 moons, including Ganymede, which is even larger than Mercury. And its magnetic field is so strong it can trap radiation like a superhero shield. Ready for a planet with sparkling rings? Let's glide to Saturn. Here comes Saturn, the jewel of the sky. Its famous rings are made of ice and rock, tiny pieces that sparkle like a disco ball. If you could line up all the ring particles, they stretch farther than the distance from Earth to the moon. Saturn is also a gas giant like Jupiter, but it's a lighter, fluffier cotton candy. It has more than 80 moons. One of them, Titan, even has lakes of liquid methane. Imagine a world where the seas smell like a giant soda pop. Saturn's low density means it would float on water. If you could find a bathtub big enough. Next, we'll tilt over to the sideways planet, Uranus. Now we're rolling into Uranus, the sideways planet Milky Way. Unlike Earth, Uranus spins on its side. Its tilt is about 98 degrees, so it rolls like a rolling ball. Imagine lying down on a giant beach ball and watching the sun rise and set in a slow, dreamy swirl. Its color is a beautiful teal because methane gas in the atmosphere absorbs red light, leaving blue and green hues. Uranus also has faint rings, like delicate necklaces. And guess what? A day on Uranus, one spin is just 17 hours, but a year, its orbit around the sun, takes 84 Earth years. Ready for a windy, deep blue world? Let's drift to Neptune. Welcome to Neptune, the windiest planet in our family. Wind, its atmosphere whips up supersonic winds that race at up to 1,200 miles per hour, faster than a race car on a track. Neptune's deep blue color comes from the same methane that makes Uranus teal, but with more clouds, it looks like a giant sapphire. The planet also has a massive storm called the Great Dark Spot, similar to Jupiter's storm but darker. Neptune takes 165 Earth years to circle the sun, So a single year is longer than a human lifetime, and its biggest moon, Triton, spirals backward around the planet, like a dancer moving opposite to the music. Up next, we'll feel the heat of our very own star, the Sun. Here shines the superstar of our adventure. Our sun's sun, it's a gigantic ball of fire, hot enough to melt any metal you can think of. About 10,000 degrees F on the surface, the sun makes up 99.8% of the mass of the whole solar system, so it's like the big boss of the neighborhood. Every second, the sun fuses 600 million tons of hydrogen into helium, releasing a mind-blowing amount of energy. Enough to power Earth for 1 million years. Solar flares are like giant fireworks that can light up the sky and even affect our satellite signals. And did you know the sun is middle-aged at 4.6 billion years? It's halfway through its life, with many more bright years ahead. Let's now drift to the night sky to meet twinkling stars. Look up, those twinkling lights are stars, gigantic balls of burning gas, each a sun of its own. Some stars are tiny, like the size of a city, while others are huge, dwarfing our sun. The patterns they form are called constellations, like the Big Dipper, which looks like a friendly ladle, or Orion, the hunter with a bright belt. Did you know a star's color tells its temperature? Blue stars are super hot, red stars are cooler, like a cozy campfire. And the closest star to Earth, besides the sun, is Proxima Centauri, a tiny red dwarf 4.2 light-years away, so far that even light takes over 4 years to get here. Next, we'll zoom out to see the galaxy that holds them all. Well, we've reached the Milky Way, our galactic home. Milky Way, it's a massive spiral of stars, gas, and dust, stretching over 100,000 light-years across. Imagine a city so huge you'd need 1,000 lifetimes to walk from one side to the other. Our sun sits in a quiet neighborhood called the Orion Arm, about 27,000 light-years from the galactic center. The Milky Way contains roughly 200–400 billion stars, more than all the grains of sand on every beach on Earth. And guess what? Galaxies can collide, merging like giant cosmic dances. In a few billion years, the Milky Way will meet the Andromeda Galaxy in a spectacular merger. Ready for the final wow moment? Let's wrap up our adventure with a magical reflection. What an adventure, fellow explorers, shooting star from our blue home to the farthest spiral arms. We've uncovered 12 amazing space facts that show how wondrous the universe truly is. Remember, every night the sky holds stories waiting for curious minds like yours. Keep looking up, keep asking questions, and who knows, maybe one day you'll discover a brand new fact for us. If you love this journey, give us a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and blast that subscribe button for more cosmic fun. Until our next voyage, stay curious, stay brave, and keep dreaming among the stars. Bye-bye, space friends. Cheerful music fades.